Enjoy. Do women still want to go through labor stress during childbirth, or are women now going for the elective cesarean section in birthing their babies? Lagos, women on maternity line, let's talk your preferred choice for childbirth: elective C-section or vaginal birth. Here on Maternity Line Show, live on 99.3 Nigeria Info, the nation's #1 news, talk, and sports radio station. I am Zaynab Yakin, and as you can tell, I feel a lot better today. Dear mothers and parents in general, I do hope you're helping yourselves as well as your children in taking maximum safety precaution this period of cholera outbreak. I do hope, or I do believe also, that you are now doing more of homemade meals as opposed to roadside foods for kids to go to school with or to be consumed at home. Remember, we spoke on this last week, right? Please and please and please, all in capital letters, never, ever lower your guard in the fight against cholera as we continue to protect our health. All right? Please, it's very important. Yes, of course, I am Zaynab Yakin, and I'm super excited that I feel a lot better today. Last week was, I don't even know the right word to qualify last week with. But yes, I'm happy to be here today. And still on cholera outbreak, please do not forget to protect your own health with the simple tips on protecting yourselves from cholera, courtesy of Dr. Fred. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water. Do not drink water from sources or brands you can't trust. Cook your food properly to ensure it is safe to eat. Maintain good hygiene at all times, paying attention to where and what you eat. Thoroughly wash your fruits and vegetables before eating. And please do watch out for symptoms like vomiting and diarrhea. If you notice any, please visit the hospital immediately for treatment. All right? I know this is things are quite expensive right now in the markets. Right now, I know. And even though every single time I come on air, the urge to ask, how are you parents coping and managing on the home front this period is always there. I'll just conclude, after all, we're in this together. I know. Please, don't be oblivious to situation around you, or do not allow yourself to be unaware of what it is. Things that are going on around you. It's very important. All right. I hope I've said a lot already on taking precautions. It's Maternity Line Show. And today, I would love for us to have a conversation. Women, mothers, even intending mothers, intending fathers, you are also allowed to be a part of this conversation. We allow you to choke mouth. Right? Yes, you're allowed to be a part of this conversation. But first, do not forget to head over to our website at www.nigeriainfo.fm and be sure to follow us on social media. X, that's formerly Twitter. We are at Nigeria Info FM. Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos. Don't forget to like our page on Facebook. That's Nigeria Info 99.3. If you're tweeting, guys, remember to include the hashtag NigeriaInfoML and tag me on my handle at KEENZAYNAB on IG and, of course, on Twitter. Women, now to the business of the day. Are you a pregnant woman, nursing mother, or an experienced mom who had recently welcomed a baby or babies? Or have you undergone a cesarean section, or you birthed your baby vaginally? That's a natural birth. In fact, even CS is natural. There is no artificial birth. Okay, but many people will call it, many Nigerians will say normal birth, right? Yeah, so it's vaginal birth. So are you a pregnant woman, nursing mother, or an experienced mom who had just recently welcomed a baby or undergone CS and would love to talk about your opinion on the subject? Are you preparing for the birth of your child soon, maybe? Or
you are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Cloud Talk Concert is back. Be part of Africa's premier creative community. Come share your inspiration and experiences with some of Nigeria's best content creators, including Folagade Banks, Miss Dems, Legge Miami, Miss Wine, Jay On Air, and many more. With live music performances by Iomap, Magic, Bayani,
my money for me,
and many more. Your host, Annie Olua. Cloud Talk Concert will take place on June the 29th, 2024. Time 5 p.m. The venue is Jewel by Ida, Hakeem Dixon Link Road, Lekki, Lagos. Register for free at www.cloudtalkconcert.com. CTC is supported by Teasers and Infinix. Cloud Talk Concert. Talk just got lit. Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls, introducing the first of its kind in Nigeria.
The first radio just for kids. It's here at 101.7 Kids FM.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
It's going to be fun for kids on your airwaves 24/7.
Talking about from exciting games
Check.
to juicy gist,
Double check.
and great music.
Super check.
All these and more on your number one PlayStation 101.7 Kids FM.
Don't be the last to join the train. Download the Kids FM app on your iOS or Play Store today and stay tuned on the go.
You can stream on our website at kidsfm.ng.
You can also follow us on all socials at kidsfm.ng and stand a chance to be one of the super kids.
On 101.7 Kids FM. Remember, it's no dull moments on Kids FM.
So tune in and stay locked on 101.7 Kids FM.
Let's play.
Yes, Lagos. The parameters have not changed. The game has not changed at all. One Play is still giving out money to the tune of 150,000 naira daily. All you still have to do is go to www.oneplay.ng or dial the code *347 *880 *3# from your phone with as little as 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket will be in the draws, qualifying you as one of the people who could win money for the day. Now, the more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, and Game On, all on weekdays. And of course, Football Frenzy on weekends. You can be a winner every day. That is not all. On Fridays, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Can you beat that, ladies and gentlemen? Playing during the week qualifies you to be in the weekly jackpot. Now, your chances of winning are pretty much the same whether you play on www.oneplay.ng or dial star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Remember to play responsibly and make sure that you're above the age of 18 while playing. One Play is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
This is
Maternity Line.
Maternity Line.
Hey Lagos, in case you are looking forward to traveling abroad and you're looking for the right path, well, I've got news for you, okay? If you're looking for the right path to study, live, or work abroad without losing your funds to unscrupulous travel agents, or you're looking for funds to finance your overseas plans, if the answer is yes, then you do not want to miss out on this exclusive opportunity, okay? You too can reserve your seat for the premium Jackpot seminar with Uzo Ododoba of Wazobia FM. Yes, Lagos is going to be packed, all right? You can gain valuable insight, learn proven strategies, get insider tips, network with industry leaders, one-on-one discussions with seasoned travel experts, and take the next step towards achieving your travel plans. Okay, it's happening on the 6th of July 2024. Time is 12 noon prompt. There's no African time here, so you have to be punctual. Okay, venue is Creative Box or Ademi Niro Ogunsoya Shopping Mall, Sule, Lagos. Okay, access fee is 10,000 naira. Now you're wondering, with all that information that they're going to give you, obviously you're going to pay access fee now, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, for seat reservations and further inquiries, contact 0802 383 1303 0802 383 1303. All right, hurry up and secure your spots. The seats are filling up fast. Yes, there is a limit. This event is powered by Strong Voice Media and proudly supported by Wazobia FM, Cool FM, and Nigeria Info. And note, they are not giving free visa, so just come prepared and come with your mind intact so that you can grab all the information you need to grab before you travel abroad.
Okay, before you jackpot. Yeah, thank you so much, Kemi. Right, so it's back to Maternity Line right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Zaynab Yakin, and the conversation is your preferred choice for childbirth. You know, is it elective, cesarean section, or vaginal birth? Wait, what's wrong with me? Maybe I'm okay already. Why am I saying that? Yeah, elective C-section or vaginal birth, right? Before we went on break, the question I was asking is, or was, what is your preferred choice for childbirth? Because, first of all, let me state this. Giving birth is a beautiful experience. Or should I say it can be beautiful or should be a beautiful experience. But the prospects of delivering may give some women anxiety because of the anticipated pain, and discomfort. Also, pain is subjective, right? So each person's experience with birth will be different, from another, because pain is not necessarily consistent during labor process. Okay, and each woman would have different experience. So it is very important to know that Ada will be joining me soon, from my colleague from Wazobia FM. She recently welcomed her prince. And the last time in the newsroom, I think the other time it was on Wednesday, Kemi. So we were in the newsroom, we're talking. In fact, that was what inspired this conversation. And then Olamide, if Ikechukwu of Wazube FM was like, but wait though, you people, we know it's always painful, but some people are making their own choices. So you might decide to have your child through cesarean section, or you prefer to just do your normal natural vaginal delivery. And they're like, oh, go and ask people on radio, they will tell you. I'm like, okay, thanks for that. I was already preparing for something else. I'm like, okay, let me hear Lagos opinions on this. Women, remember, this is Maternity Line and this is for you. All right, the numbers to call 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-1993, 0201-277-2993, 0201-277-3993. The WhatsApp line is 0809-597-5805. That's where you drop your message. Okay, and quickly let me mention this. The Lagos State free birth and deliveries, free antenatal and delivery services is still ongoing. In case you know of anyone who is pregnant currently and they are close to their EDD, because of the situation of the country right now, things are expensive. You go to the hospital, you want to buy a lot of, drugs, medication are recommended, and you need money to do this. This is not to say that you will not pay certain amounts of money, right? But Lagos State government is still, to a very large extent, has made this easier for indigent pregnant women. But you must have your Lastra and Lagos State government insurance. But Lastra is the critical one. I was in a conversation with Isioge yesterday. Someone who she knows was at the hospital and she was trying to find out. And then we got across to the Lagos State government and it was confirmed to us that it is still ongoing. So don't say we did not tell you. Don't say we did not tell you before you start complaining. All right? Okay, so back to the conversation. Your preferred birth choice. A message here on WhatsApp from Philomena. Good afternoon, Zaynab. Well done. Oh, well, as a mother of two, I prefer to do natural birth, though at some point I was offered C-section, but it wasn't in our plan. But as God would have it, I delivered my baby vaginally. All right, thank you so much, Philomena. Okay, what's your own preferred birth choice, right? Even if you are a medical doctor, nurse, or midwife listening to me right now, I would love to speak on this subject. Please feel free to call in. Or are you preparing for the birth of your child soon, or you are just curious? You are just curious. You're not pregnant currently, but you are curious about to know what it feels like to give birth. What does giving birth really feels like? That's what interests you and you would love to know about it. Please feel free to join the conversation as well. Let me check on my guest. I'm supposed to have one or two persons here, and okay, she's not yet here. All right, so according to research, right, survey conducted by the American Society of Anesthesiologists, around 50% of birthing people between 18 and 39 said the contraction were most painful part of labor and delivery. But 1 in 5 did say, that it's different for them. This is how it is stated. 1 in 5 had a different take and said that pushing and post-delivery hurts the worst. Like I mentioned earlier, pain is subjective, and the fact that A experiences or experienced consistent pain during labor doesn't mean that the other person is going to be like that for the other person in the case of a vaginal birth during labor. All right. Also, there are stages of labor, and part of which is dilation, which is the first stage where your cervix starts to soften and open, to enable your baby pass. And then one thing is, before, according to the research I did, and of course I'm also an experienced mom, there is something I believe or I assume some women or a lot of women do not understand when it comes to vaginal delivery, and they need to push. Remember, often doctor will tell you, don't push yet, but once you are already at 10 centimeter, just use all the energy that you have to push. But some women, they already start pushing even before the baby even reach 10 centimeter. Okay, so the doctor will keep telling you, no, don't push yet. Now is not the time. Just, it's not the time. Just calm down. Not yet. Don't push yet. This is not the right to push. So this is what I believe weakens some women during the birthing process. Okay, because for you to use all the energy that you have left inside of you at that moment, you need to have reached 10 centimeter. Okay, so don't use it unnecessarily. I think this is a conversation to be had with a doctor, obstetrician very soon, a gynecologist obstetrician on the show, and that is going to, is going to come very soon. Now, we've just spoken a bit on vaginal delivery. Now, there are some people, they have been told, or the doctor has confirmed to them during their visits, during their antenatal visits, that okay, so far no problem, nothing, you're gonna have your baby, you're gonna do this, but the choice is yours. And sometimes some of the complications that come up during the child delivery or during childbirth, some of these complications might not be the things that doctor may have seen ahead until that moment, and that is when CS comes in. Okay, and I'm like, but doctor, in my own case, for instance, okay, let me use myself as an example. During my time, my doctor told me that, Zaynab, I was told not to a number of things because of the underlying health condition that I had at the time. So don't eat this. If you eat this, your baby will be too big. Your baby will, I was cautioned on what to eat and what not to eat, but I ate a lot of fruits regardless. Now, so not until I think 2 weeks before my delivery, my childbirth, doctor asked me to go for a particular examination at a popular diagnostic center here in Lagos. That's where they confirm everything. You don't have an office, so that everything is confirmed, everything is good. This particular examination is usually done when you're already closest to delivery. All right, so, and I went there, everything was done, and then when I was going to have my birth, the doctor was very sure I was going to have the baby vaginally, all by myself, But at some point, I was told that the only option we have right now is for you to go through the cesarean section. And the coconut head and the woman show getting me. I was like, yeah, no, I will not allow that. Doctor, well, he told me, doctor said, calm down. It is not even about the money. It's about your own safety. So we need to save both of you and the baby. Okay, let's go ahead. But doctor mentioned something that was like, okay. And that question has always been at the back of my mind. Anytime we are having this conversation, I'm going to be asking my guest, Is it possible that doctors forget to tell you to do pelvic scan? That was one of the things I was told that, oh, I actually forgot to tell you to do pelvic scan, because at the end of the day, it was discovered that my pelvis was narrow, so I could not have the baby all by myself. But now a lot of things are now very easy. You can decide to do your thing. You might decide to just walk in and birth your baby through the cesarean section. Yes, of course, it's allowed. Once you are ready, it's already confirmed, you are already ripe to deliver your baby. Okay? So let me have your thoughts, because the show is not all about me. It's about you, Lagos. What is your preferred choice for childbirth? Planned cesarean section or vaginal birth? 0201 277 0993, 022771 993, 022772 993, 022773 Okay, I got a message here on WhatsApp. Okay. All right. Good afternoon. This is Kunle. I had to take a pause because Kunle, I understand Kunle is a man's name, so sorry about that. All right, so I'm a father of 3, and the very first time we were at the hospital during our first child delivery, it was confirmed that my wife would birth the baby by herself naturally, but we ended up in cesarean section because of what she went through at the time. In fact, I was the one who started calling the doctor, please save my wife. Oh, Kunle, thank you so much. I have another one. Good afternoon. Hello, Zaynab. I greet you, but do you know some hospitals and many general hospitals, the way they notice attempts to people or women that are unable, it is very pathetic and evil, and even the money. The top to the woman in a top. Do you mean they talk to the woman in a bad way, as if she's a prisoner or slave? And this discourages many women from getting pregnant and even trying to have a baby again due to their behavior. And this needs to be addressed in our hospitals, because nurses are supposed to be caring and not wicked. Thank you. My name is Dan P from Igodu. Dan P, you meant they talk of the right. Thank you. I got that. All right. My guest on Zoom, what's going on? Your message here. Okay. It's like Ada is not coming in right now. Well, it's okay. She's equally busy on Wazobia FM. She shared a very interesting experience. She had a large baby at the point of delivery, and then so she shared her experience, and she said she would love to share it further on radio, but here we don't have her. She's on other sister station. Yeah, I think I have Adewumi Aromire here. Adewumi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I was looking out for you on Zoom.
Yes, I was actually there. I was on Zoom, but it seems you can't hear me over there.
Oh.
And I think you're calling me through WhatsApp now.
Oh, yeah, I am. So, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Right, so Adewumi Aromire is the mother of 2. Adewumi, please, could you share your preferred birth choice during your childbirth, the 2 times that you had them?
Vaginal delivery, because I am a kind of person that hates to go under the knife. I have phobia for anything that has to do with needle. I don't like needle, neither do I like to be cut. So I prefer vaginal delivery, and that was the procedure I underwent during my 2 deliveries.
Okay, so at any point were you told that you were going to go through the cesarean section, or
Yes.
please tell us?
I actually was.
So what was the reason?
Yes, 38th week,
Right.
I was asked to go for a scan, and it happened that my baby was in a transverse position. That was when his size was 4.5 kg. The doctor advised, and he even compulsory did that it would be a CS. And because I just wasn't okay with it, so I chipped in and told him, what if the baby is and also drop inside? She said there is a possibility, but she doubts because the time frame was just 2 weeks. I just have 2 weeks to deliver my baby. So I went home and I worked on my diet and also engaged in some exercise so my baby could turn. And got so good, my baby turned downward and he also reduced in size gracefully. But here she wasn't still considering me at 4.0 kg for a vaginal delivery.
Oh, that
and
was a
at
lot.
that time I was using two hospitals. I was using a private hospital and a government one. So I opted for the government hospital, even though I was still very okay with the way they treat and all of that, treat their patients, but that was just my last option. So I went there and the scan was also conducted again. And this time my baby was head down and he was engaged. I was admitted immediately, though I was at first advised to wait for 2 weeks again so that I could go into labor, but I refused.
Oh,
I refused. I
what?
said I couldn't do that.
Where were you?
And yes, because my first pregnancy, it took me, in my first pregnancy, sorry, excuse me, please.
Please go ahead.
Because in my first pregnancy, I was induced. That was the reason why I refused, and I didn't just want to wait because I'm always induced to give birth. So I told them that, and they said it doesn't work with every birth. But I still insisted, so I was admitted.
Oh,
Sorry, please. But I still insisted. So I was admitted and catheter was passed, and I was going to realize if after the catheter we get removed and I don't get into labor, I would have to go for a CS. I still didn't bother myself. I said yes. To cut the long story short, I went in, I was induced, and I went into labor immediately.
okay.
And getting to the labor room, I was fully dilated. In fact, in less than an hour, I was fully dilated. Then
10
it was for me to just
centimeter all
push
the
out
way.
the baby. Yeah, 10 centimeters already. Then I pushed and pushed and pushed for hours. It was like that was where I was going to be all through.
Oh,
Then they decided maybe I would have to go for a CS this time around. See, I was tired this time, and I decided, okay, if it is CS, so be it. But a doctor was conducted because it was the midwifery that were doing all of this, and the doctor said they should wait for him, that nothing should be done. So they waited. We all waited for him. On his arrival, he did this test, and he realized that the baby was in a OP position, occipital posterior position. That means the back, the head was facing backward. It was facing my stomach. So the doctor was like, what they need to do is this baby will be birthed through vacuum section, using the vacuum delivery. So the vacuum delivery was used to bring out my baby. It's an experience I can't forget.
wow.
No, I can't forget it easily. It was an experience. So maybe if I had yielded to what the doctor had said, I wouldn't have been so stressed and, but so I would say if the doctors are advising us to do something, I think we should go with them, because I had a terrible tear. Don't let me lie to you.
Right.
I had a terrible tear. Maybe if the baby wasn't in a posterior position, it would have been so easy. But because it was in a posterior position, I was stressed and all of that. So the baby, I had to be cut and the baby had to be brought out. So that was my experience.
Thank you so much, Adewumi. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for sharing. How old is your baby now?
A year plus now.
Oh, wow. Kisses to the baby. Kisses to the boy.
All right.
Thank you so much. So, yes, so I took a few things away from Adewumi's experience. She was induced, right? She was induced, noting it down. And then she birthed her baby with the use of vacuum device. And then she was not going to agree that the doctor you know. And now she's telling us that once doctor tells you this is it, these are people who understand way better. They see what we don't see, and it's very important for us to do what they, ask us to do. Now, speaking of induction, I equally experience the same thing anyway. Induction, sometimes they do this, women are induced in order to stimulate or speed up. So especially women that usually they don't go into contraction like immediately. You will not believe my water broke like 24 hours ago, and the next day I wasn't still feeling anything. And doctor keeps saying this is dangerous because this must not even lead to 78 hours, So they have left me for long. Whether I fall into labor, that's simple. They induced me, but when the contraction came, it was hell. But the contraction wasn't consistent. I'll be relieved, and So myself and Adeomi had similar experiences, right? Now, she said other things, but anyway, one thing that I also need you to understand is, especially on epidural, that is when they're trying to lessen the pain for you.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this. Are you ready to elevate your stay in Lagos to the next level?
Introducing VCP Hotel VI in the vibrant hearts of the city.
Experience hospitality, dining, and views of Victoria Crown Plaza Hotel, located at 292B Ajose Adeogun Street, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Book your stay today and indulge this experience.
Victoria Crown Plaza Hotel, a destination. Elevate your stay in Lagos to the next level. Experience VCP Hotel VI.
For booking and reservation, visit our website www.vcphotels.com or call 0903-818-9144. Follow us on Instagram and all social media platforms at VCP Hotels.
Victoria Crown Plaza Hotel. Elevate your stay in Lagos to the next level. Located at 292B Ajose Adeogun Street, Victoria Island, Lagos.
All right, look at you people. When this came on, you start calling. Please do call back. I saw a couple of persons trying to call into the show. 0201 277 0993, 0201 277 1993, 0201 277 2993, 0201 277 1993. And I see messages pouring in now. Good afternoon, Nigeria Info. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Zaynab. My name is Chinenwa.
Chinenwa, good afternoon.
You are just taking me back to 2013 when I have this, honestly.
Clearly, you're an experienced man.
Yeah, in my second trimester, yes, the doctor said that I should do, although I did a scan, and I know the state of my baby. Then in the third trimester, that is getting to 8 months, he said that I should do scan. I should do this what do you call it?
Pelvic scan.
Right. Hello?
Pelvic scan.
Yes, pelvic scan.
Okay.
So I told my mom, you say, you are tall. How can you do? You can't have tight pelvis. You understand that kind of thing? So I ignore it because I don't want anything called here.
You ignored it.
Yes. I did not do it. I ignore it. I said I will not. I
So
want to deliver.
So what was the doctor's response?
I did not say doctor. I didn't show him anything. I did not do it. I did not show him. You understand? I did not tell him that I did not do it. You understand? So I just have it on my back of my mind that I will not do this thing.
Now take us to your childbirth.
Hello?
Now, yes, please. We take us to your childbirth moment.
All right. So during that period,
right,
when I went to the hospital, you understand? The doctor they gave me just 1 week, but I delivered before that 1 week. So when I went to the hospital, it started at home, so we reached the hospital. I started doing exercise, up and down, climbing upstairs, down, up. So the thing doesn't want to come out. No, this thing. So now that gave me Hello?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. So they give me this thing, hot drip. So that hot drip, the contraction was too much.
You were induced.
Too much. I cannot even stand up. I can't do anything. My husband was crying. Because that's my first pregnancy. I cannot do anything.
Okay.
The pain was too much. So the nurse will come and check. Say, no, it's not up to 10. They will come and say, what is that? Let the thing go up to 10 now. So at the end of the day, I used to deliver.
Oh, thank God. And that was well mattered. Thank you so much, Chineyenwa. Thank you for your thoughts. A message here. Good afternoon, Zaynab. This is Medina. Medina is messaging from Ojota. On this experience, you're bringing back my memories, just like Chineyenwa just mentioned. And it's an experience. It's an unforgotten experience. So, well, either way, the best one is always the one recommended by the doctor, but you must be in the loop of things with your body too. Yeah. Medina, thank you so much for your thoughts. All right, so we're just a minute away from 1 o'clock. And please, whatever your choice, be it that you desire to have your child vaginally or you are choosing to have your child through elective C-section, it's always best to listen to doctor. Okay, this person sent another message. Wow, what an experience from your guest. And women are going through a lot, especially during their labor. And I have witnessed one from my sister who gave birth to twins. And since then, I know what women go through. And some men will still treat them back. God bless all the women. It is not easy. Thank you so much. My name is Dampi again. Okay, Dampi, thank you. So we are going to have this conversation again, especially when should a woman push. It's very important to have that conversation. It might happen next week. It might happen after, but we'll talk about that right immediately. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Adewumi Aromire. Thank you. All right, so it's time for the news update. That's the news at 1, and Yvonne Haifo is live in the studio. Please stick around.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria